I've seen every tear, heard every whisper in the dark, watched you pretend to be fine when your soul was crumbling inside. You've carried wounds no one knows about, pain that medicine can't cure, loneliness that even crowds couldn't fix. And I need you to know, I didn't miss a moment of it. You weren't abandoned. You weren't overlooked. You weren't just another face in the crowd. I was there when they walked out. When your body failed you, when your prayers echoed back in silence. And still, you kept believing. Not perfectly, not always loudly, but something in you held on. That was faith. And faith like that doesn't go unnoticed. Faith doesn't need a stage. It doesn't need applause. It just needs me. Because I'm not moved by formulas. I'm not impressed by performances. But when you believe, really believe, something eternal happens. The world says, see it, then believe it. But I say, believe it, and you will see it. You see, healing doesn't begin with your body. It begins with your faith. Your faith is the bridge between what is broken and what I can restore. I'm not just the God who healed. I'm the God who heals. Right here, right now, in this moment. And I'm speaking to your heart because healing is coming. Not just for your body, but for your soul, your identity, your hope. Because I still say it, your faith has healed you. You thought I didn't notice. You thought the silence meant absence. You thought the pain disqualified you from my presence. But I saw it all. Every night you cried yourself to sleep. I was closer than the pillow beneath your head. Every ache you buried, every wound you hid behind a smile, I carried it with you. You never had to walk through it alone. Even when you cursed the pain, I stayed. Even when you doubted my goodness, I didn't walk away. Even when your faith was hanging by a thread, I held the thread. I wasn't waiting for you to be strong. I was waiting for you to believe. Because faith doesn't come from perfection. It comes from desperation, and I've always responded to the cry of the desperate. You don't need polished prayers. You don't need perfect words. You just need a heart that says, if I can just touch him, I'll be healed. That whisper of faith was enough to stop me in my tracks. Not because you were impressive, but because you were honest. I saw you suffering, but I never just watched. I wept with you. I fought for you. I covered you. And now I'm speaking this over your life. I'm not done. I'm not far. And I'm not powerless. The same Jesus who healed the broken then is standing in your pain now. And I'm telling you again, your faith has healed you. Crowds pressed in from every side. Voices all around. Hands reaching, pushing, grabbing, but only one touch stopped me. You know the story. A woman, bleeding for 12 years. Doctors failed her. Religion rejected her. Hope drained from her body drop by drop. But something in her refused to die. She didn't ask for attention. She didn't demand a miracle. She just said to herself, if I can touch the hem of his robe, I'll be healed. And that whisper of faith thundered through heaven. She reached through pain and touched power. And instantly, I knew. I felt healing leave me. Not because I planned it, but because her faith pulled it from me. I turned and asked, who touched me? Not because I didn't know, but because I wanted her to know. Her faith wasn't ignored. Her desperation wasn't too messy. Her belief wasn't too small. She didn't steal a blessing. She activated one. That's the kind of faith that arrests my attention. Not loud, not polished, not perfect, but hungry, humble, holy. Faith like that doesn't blend into the crowd. It doesn't hide behind religion. It moves me. And I need you to hear this. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need to beg to be seen. Just reach. Your faith right now can still stop me in my tracks. So stretch, press through. Even if it's all you have left, it's enough. Because I'm still walking through the crowd, and I still feel it when faith touches me. You've bled for years. Maybe not physically, but silently. A slow, invisible draining of hope, strength, confidence, identity. You've been bleeding in places no one sees, smiling in public, but hemorrhaging in secret. People call you strong, but they don't know you're surviving, not living. But I know the depth of the ache, the weight you carry just to get through one more day. And yet, here you are, still believing, still reaching, still whispering, God, please. You may not realize this, but that kind of faith shakes heaven. You think you're weak. I call you powerful. You think you're barely hanging on. I call it wrestling for your miracle. Don't let the years make you numb. Don't let the pain tell you it's over. Don't let disappointment define me. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean I'm not moving. Some of my greatest healings come after the longest bleeding. Why? Because when your faith survives the silence, it shatters the darkness. You're not disqualified because you're broken. You're qualified because you still believe. And that's why I say again, your faith has healed you. I asked the man lying by the pool, do you want to be healed? Strange question, isn't it? He had been sick for 38 years. You'd think the answer would be obvious, but it's not. Because some people get used to brokenness. They build their identity around the pain. They wear their wounds like badges. They live in cycles, not freedom. And maybe you've done it too. You've stopped expecting change. You've accepted dysfunction as normal. You've settled into survival. When I created you for wholeness, so I'm asking you now, do you really want to be healed? Because healing will cost you your excuses. Wholeness will require your participation. Freedom demands that you walk away from what once defined you. I won't force it. I won't drag you, but I will invite you. Because healing is more than a moment. It's a decision to believe again, to rise again, to stop blaming and start moving. I looked at that man and said, get up, pick up your mat, walk. No lightning, no spectacle, just obedience. And he was healed. I'm saying the same to you. Stop waiting for the waters to stir. You don't need a pool. You need to believe. The healer is here. So I ask you again, not with judgment, but with holy love. Do you want to be healed? They couldn't get in the house. Too many people. Too many obstacles. But their friend was paralyzed. And they believed I could heal him. So what did they do? They climbed. They tore open the roof. They interrupted the meeting just to get him in front of me. That's what real faith looks like. It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't get discouraged by crowds. It doesn't turn back when the door is blocked. It breaks through. And when I saw their faith, not just his but theirs, I healed him. Because sometimes faith isn't private. Sometimes it's loud, messy, and relentless. Some of you are one roof away from your miracle, but you stopped at the door. You said, it's too crowded, it's too late, it's too hard. But what if I told you, it's not about how easy the path is, it's about how desperate your faith is. Break the roof, tear through the fear, climb past the disappointment, get in front of me. Because faith that moves past obstacles moves my hand. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel worthy. Just get to me, even if it's through a hole in the ceiling, even if it's the last strength you have. Because I'm still saying it. Your faith has healed you. A man with leprosy knelt before me and said, if you are willing, you can make me clean. I didn't hesitate. I didn't step back in disgust. I reached out, touched his diseased skin, and said, I am willing, and he was healed. Do you hear me? I am willing. But the question isn't about my willingness anymore. It's about your belief, because many of you pray like I'm reluctant. You ask like you're begging. You approach me like I'm cold or distant. But I already proved my heart when I touched the untouchable. I already showed my character when I healed the unworthy. I already declared my willingness when I died on that cross. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to perform for me. You just have to believe me. Faith isn't about twisting my arm. It's about trusting my heart. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I healed then. I heal now. I will heal again. Not because you earn it, but because I love you. So stop wondering if I'm willing. Stop letting past pain build present doubt. Stop reading your circumstance louder than you read my word. I'm not withholding to punish you. I'm waiting to see. Will you trust me? Even now, because I still stretch out my hand to the broken. and I still whisper to the wounded, I am willing. Be healed. The only question left is, are you believing? I touched the blind man once, and he saw people like trees walking, blurry, halfway, incomplete. Then I touched him again, and he saw clearly. Why didn't I heal him fully the first time? Because sometimes healing comes in stages, not because I lack power, but because you're learning something in the process. Some of you feel stuck between the first and second touch. You're better, but not whole. You're moving, but still limping. You're changed, but still aching. And you've started to wonder, was that all? Did he stop halfway? No, child. I don't do half miracles, but I do honor the process. There are healings I release instantly. There are others I release intentionally. To grow your trust, deepen your dependence, and strengthen your soul. Don't despise the partial. Don't give up just because your vision is still blurry. The fact that you see anything is proof I've begun. And what I start, I finish. So lift your eyes, wipe the tears, lean in for the second touch, because I'm not done healing you. I'm not walking away, and I'm not in a hurry. I'm the God of process and completion. And if you'll stay close, I'll restore it all. Just don't quit. Midway, when the bleeding woman touched my robe, she was healed, but I didn't let her slip away unnoticed. I turned and called her out, not to embarrass her, but to restore her. She came trembling, thinking she'd stolen a miracle. But I looked her in the eyes and said, Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Did you catch that? Not just healed, whole, because healing stops the bleeding, but wholeness restores your identity. Healing fixes the condition, but wholeness brings you back into communion. Healing touches the body, but wholeness reaches the soul. You've been asking me to stop the pain, but I want to go deeper. I don't just want to heal your sickness. I want to silence the shame. I want to remove the label. I want to give you back what life stole. Some of you have been healed physically, but you still carry the names the pain gave you. Rejected, unworthy, too much, not enough. But I didn't come just to remove symptoms. I came to rewrite your story. You're not the woman who bled. You're the daughter who believed. You're not the addict. You're not the mistake. You're not the failure. You are mine. Redeemed, restored, whole. Let me do more than fix what's broken. Let me restore what was lost. Because I don't just heal what people see. I make whole what they never could. It wasn't the paralyzed man's faith that moved me. It was his friends. They carried him when he couldn't move. They climbed when he couldn't lift himself. They broke the roof when no one would open the door. And when I saw their faith, I healed him. Do you realize what that means? Your faith isn't just for you. It can open the door for someone else's miracle. That spouse who's given up, that child running from me, that friend who no longer prays. Your faith can carry them to me. Your intercession can break through what paralyzes them. The enemy wants you to believe your prayers are small, that your cries are wasted, that your faith only matters if they have some too. But I see your tears. I hear your whisper in the night when you say, God save them, even if they're not asking. And I want you to know, that's the kind of faith that moves heaven. Keep standing in the gap. Keep tearing open the roof. Keep lowering them down in prayer, even if they've stopped believing. Because I'm not just moved by the broken, I'm moved by the faithful who won't stop bringing them to me. You may not see it yet, but healing is already on the way. And when it comes, don't be surprised when I say, because of your faith, they are healed. When I healed the man at the pool, I didn't say, stay here and think about it. I said, pick up your mat and walk. Because healing isn't just about what I remove. It's about what you do next. You can't stay where I found you. You can't keep living like you're still broken. You can't keep laying on a mat of pity, shame, or fear. Get up. I didn't heal you so you could remain in the same place. I didn't restore you so you could keep rehearsing your pain. I didn't deliver you so you could stay silent. I healed you to walk, to testify, to live free, to move in boldness. Your mat was your identity in the past. Now it's your testimony. Carry it, show it. Tell people what I did, because people need to see what healing looks like in motion. You've waited long enough. You've wept long enough. You've wondered, doubted, and delayed long enough. Now it's time to move. You may not feel ready, but faith doesn't wait for feelings. It walks by truth. And here's the truth. You're healed. You're free. You're chosen. So stop laying in the place I told you to rise from. Stop speaking like you're still sick. Stop acting like you're still waiting for what I already did. I've touched you. Now walk like it. I am still the healer, not just of bodies, but of hearts, minds, families, and futures. Not just of what's broken on the outside, but what's bleeding on the inside. You've seen the pain. You've felt the delay. You've lived through silence. But hear me now. Your faith was never wasted. Every time you cried out, I heard you. Every time you reached, I felt it. Every time you believed, even with trembling hands and a tired heart, heaven took notice. And today I remind you again, your faith has healed you, not your perfection, not your performance. Your faith. You believed when it was hard. You held on when it felt pointless. You pressed through the crowd, the pain, the past, and I responded. I still respond. I still touch. I still heal. So don't stop believing. Don't stop reaching. Don't stop walking. Because the same voice that calmed storms and opened blind eyes is still speaking to you. And I'm saying it again. Daughter, your faith has healed you. Son, your faith has made you well. Now go and live like it.